Heart disease. It's a phrase that often brings fear or worry. But the truth is, the heart rarely fails without giving us early warnings. Most people don't recognize those signs until it's too late, and that's what we're going to change today. Because when you understand what your body is telling you, you can act early, protect your heart, and even reverse some of the damage. Let's start with something simple. Your heart is a pump, a strong, steady rhythm that keeps blood flowing through every cell in your body. When it's working well, you don't notice it at all. But when something's wrong, when arteries begin to narrow, when blood pressure rises, when the heart muscle gets tired, your body sends small, quiet messages. The key is to listen before those messages become alarms. 1. Fatigue and shortness of breath. One of the earliest and easiest signs to miss is fatigue. Not the kind that comes after a long day, but a deep tiredness that lingers. You might notice that climbing stairs leaves you breathless, or carrying groceries suddenly feels harder than before. This happens because the heart isn't pumping blood as efficiently, so your muscles and organs don't get enough oxygen. If your energy feels drained even after rest, it's worth paying attention. Your heart might be struggling silently. 2. Chest discomfort. The classic warning sign of heart trouble is chest pain, but not everyone feels it the same way. Some describe it as pressure, squeezing, heaviness, or even burning, especially during activity or stress. It might last a few minutes and disappear, tricking you into thinking it was nothing. In women, this discomfort is often milder or even absent, showing up instead as fatigue, nausea, or back pain. Never ignore any new or strange sensation in your chest. Even mild tightness can be your heart whispering for help. 3. Pain in other areas. Heart-related pain isn't always centered in the chest. It can spread to the shoulders, neck, jaw, arms, or even the upper back. That's because the nerves that signal pain from the heart also travel through these areas. If you ever feel an ache in your left arm, pressure in your jaw, or unexplained upper back pain, especially during exertion, stop and take note. These are common early signs of heart disease, especially in older adults. 4. Irregular heartbeat or palpitations. Sometimes the first thing you notice is a flutter, a skip beat, or a sudden racing heart. An occasional irregular beat is normal, especially with caffeine or stress. But if it happens often, or you feel dizzy or faint along with it, it could indicate a rhythm problem like atrial fibrillation. This condition raises the risk of stroke and heart failure, but it's also very treatable when caught early. 5. Swelling in legs, ankles, or feet. Your heart's job is to pump blood forward, but when it weakens, fluid can start backing up in your body. This often shows up as swelling, especially around the ankles or lower legs. Shoes that suddenly feel tight or socks that leave deep marks on your skin may be telling you that your circulation isn't working properly. Fluid retention is a subtle but serious sign that your heart might need support. 6. Dizziness and lightheadedness. Your brain depends on steady blood flow. If your heart can't deliver enough oxygen, you may feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even faint. This can happen when standing up quickly or after mild activity. While occasional dizziness has many causes, dehydration, low blood sugar, even standing too fast, when it happens often, it may point to low cardiac output or rhythm issues. 7. Nausea and indigestion. This one surprises many people. Sometimes heart disease mimics stomach problems. A feeling of indigestion, nausea, or mild stomach pain, especially after eating, can actually be related to the heart. In women, heart attacks often appear as nausea and fatigue rather than classic chest pain. So if you have ongoing digestive discomfort without a clear cause, don't just reach for antacids. Get your heart checked. 8. Sleep problems and snoring. Loud, chronic snoring or pauses in breathing during sleep, known as sleep apnea, put extra strain on your heart. They increase blood pressure and reduce oxygen levels, forcing the heart to work harder all night. If your partner says you snore loudly, or you wake up tired even after a full night's sleep, it's worth talking to your doctor. Treating sleep apnea can dramatically reduce heart risk. 9. Cold hands and feet. When blood flow decreases, your extremities may feel cold or numb. If your hands or feet often feel icy or look pale or bluish, it might be due to poor circulation, a possible sign of arterial narrowing. This doesn't always mean heart disease, but it's a signal to check your circulation and cholesterol. 10. Unexplained sweating. Breaking into a cold sweat without exertion is another early warning sign. If it happens alongside fatigue, nausea, or discomfort in the chest or arm, seek medical attention immediately. Your body might be reacting to reduced blood flow or an impending cardiac event. Now that we've covered the most common early signs, let's talk about what you can do right now to protect your heart, because awareness alone isn't enough. The heart is a remarkable organ. It can heal, grow stronger, and even create new pathways for blood flow when given the right care. Simple daily habits that support heart health. Move every day. Walking 30 minutes daily can lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and strengthen your heart muscle. You don't need a gym, just consistency. Eat for your heart. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, fruits, beans, nuts, fish, and olive oil. Avoid excessive salt, sugar, and processed meats. Think of food as fuel for your arteries. The cleaner it is, the longer they last. Manage stress. Chronic stress releases hormones that tighten blood vessels and raise blood pressure. Deep breathing, meditation, or even listening to calming music can bring your heart rate down. Get quality sleep. Rest repairs the body and balances hormones. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of peaceful sleep each night. Keep a regular schedule. Your heart loves rhythm, both in your sleep and in its beat. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Smoking narrows arteries and reduces oxygen in your blood. Alcohol, especially in excess, can raise blood pressure. Even small reductions make a huge difference over time. Check your numbers. Monitor your blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar regularly. These silent factors often cause damage long before symptoms appear. Knowing your numbers is like knowing your car's dashboard. You can fix small issues before they break the engine. Stay positive. Studies show that optimism and gratitude literally strengthen heart health. A peaceful, happy mind keeps your blood vessels relaxed and your body balanced. Remember, prevention is power. Heart disease doesn't start overnight. It begins quietly, often decades before a serious event, with tiny changes in your blood vessels and habits. But the same is true for healing. Small daily actions can repair those changes just as quietly. Every step you take, every healthy meal, every night of good sleep, they all add up to protection. If you've noticed any of the symptoms we discuss, fatigue, shortness of breath, chest pressure, swelling, irregular heartbeat, don't ignore them. It's not weakness to ask for help, it's wisdom. Early detection saves lives, and often all it takes is a simple checkup and a few lifestyle adjustments. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day. It has been working for you since the moment you were born, tirelessly, faithfully. Maybe now is the time to give it a little care in return. So listen to your body, treat it gently, and live in a way that lets your heart keep beating strong for many years to come. Thank you for listening. Stay mindful, stay kind to your heart, and I'll see you in the next episode.